name is Karen Wanjiru Strenger, and this is Learn Swahili Now, your home for all things Swahili. A few things before we get to today's lesson. If you would like access to the transcripts that accompany today's lesson, please go to the description box for more information. Also, if you do not want to miss notifications for all future lessons, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, and this way you do not miss anything. And with that said, if you're ready for it, let us get to today's lesson. Welcome to mini lesson 3. In today's lesson, we are going to be breaking down the Swahili verb, working with the subject prefix, but now we'll be focusing on the plural aspect of it. Let us begin. So from the previous lessons, we saw that the Swahili verb follows a formula called strove. That is, the subject prefix, the tense marker, the relative infix, the object infix, the verb, and the extension. But at this point in our study, we're going to be just focusing on the most basic form of the Swahili verb, which is the subject prefix, the tense, and the verb. As we progress, we're going to be expanding and covering all the other components. So last week, we covered the singular version of the personal pronouns as subjects, and this week, we're going to be looking at the plural pronouns. So when you want to say we, you will say sisi, sisi. And then when you want to say you in plural, it's going to be ninyi. And then when you want to say they in plural, it's going to be wao. Okay, so these are simply personal pronouns when they are acting as subjects, but we still need these plurals to be subject prefixes also. So let's go ahead and look at our little chart and see how that is going to look like. So here we have our personal pronouns in plural form. So when you want to work with their prefixes, you're going to say for we, it's going to be tu. And then for y'all, it's going to be and then for they, it's going to be wa. So often, you really don't need both of them in a sentence. So you don't need to say CC2 unless you're doing that for emphasis. You just need to use to in a sentence. And then our tenses, we have present, which is na, our future, which is ta, and our past, which is li. So let's see how that looks like in a sentence. We are singing. We have our verb here for imba. So we come up here to our charts and select to, okay, because we are following that formula stove. To, and then the next thing that comes up is tenses. So we select our present tense and put it here, na, and then we have our verb and imba. So that becomes to na imba. We are singing becomes to na imba. Now let's look at the second one. You, in plural, read. So you read. For the prefix. And then past tense, it's going to be li. So li, soma. That says you read. And then we have they will play tomorrow. So they is wa. That's the prefix for they. And then future tense is ta. Put it there. Wata lal. Sorry. That is cheza. Watacheza kesho. And then we will see. And the word for see is ona. So here we're going to have we. Go back to our chart. To. Okay. And then future tense. Ta. You put it here. And then we have honor. So tuta honor. And finally, you are going. So for y'all, it's put it there. And then because this is our going present tense, we have our na and then enda. And it becomes na enda. Pretty simple, right? So what we're going to do next is have a little drill to see if you understood this concept. So this is how it works. I give you a sentence in English, I pause briefly, and then I give you the statement. So the idea is to see if you can beat the response. Okay? We are singing. We are singing. Tunaimba. Tunaimba. So tu for we, prefix, present tense, and then our verb. They are talking. They are talking. Wanazungumza. Wanazungumza. So we have wa here, and then present tense, and then zungumza for the verb. You will arrive today. You will arrive today. Mtafika leo. Mtafika leo. We will play later. We will play later. Tutacheza baadaye. Tutacheza baadaye. We will build. We will build. Tutajenga. Tutajenga. Okay, so how did you do? If you struggled a bit, that's okay. You just need to go over it until you become comfortable. As mentioned earlier, this is just a small segment of how the Swahili grammar works. If you're interested in learning more, I encourage you to go to the description box and click on the comprehensive courses that we offer to get you to the next level of Swahili. Thank you for watching the video. Next week, we're going to be covering the Swahili verb with object and fixes. I hope to see you then. Have a wonderful week.